How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Syracuse Aviation, and welcome back to another airport update of Syracuse Hancock International Airport. Today brings you the June 2022 update for Syracuse. There's been a lot of very interesting stuff occurring this month. Some new services with a new airline that we'll get into shortly, some aircraft substitutions, and some very interesting aircraft overall visiting the airport. So I hope you guys are excited. I'm very excited myself. So with all that being said, let's go ahead over to Gate 1 and get started with today's update. Starting today's update at Gate 1, we have the Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-700 in the Heart livery with split scimitars. This aircraft will be heading out to Baltimore Washington International Airport. This is on the turnaround flight. This is a 3 daily service still. It's been 3 daily since November 2021 when it started, and it's been a very useful route here at Syracuse. I'm hoping they expand to Midway at some point. That's a route that we definitely need. It'd be very nice to see Southwest expand more after they've added Orlando and Tampa to their service from Syracuse. As far as Baltimore goes, it's been 700s, 800s, and MAX 8s, which has been very good to see the passenger capacity increasing for this flight. So overall, I'm very happy, very pleased with how this route is performing. It's very good for Southwest to be able to fly here and have 3 flights to Baltimore per day. It's been very nice to see that. So that's pretty much it for Southwest at Gate 1. JetBlue's Gate 3, unfortunately, at the current time is empty. Hoping that Gemini releases some Embraer 190s, I'd definitely get one to be able to fill this gap here at Syracuse. Next up at Gate 5 is this American Eagle CRJ 700. This aircraft has arrived in from Philadelphia and will be heading right back out to Philadelphia. Philadelphia has been a mix of Embraer 145s and CRJ 700s. It used to be pretty much just the 145s. So it's been nice to be seeing more CRJ 700s come into Syracuse for Philadelphia. So hoping that we get some larger aircraft still to come. So very nice to see that. Next up at Gate 6, yet again we have another American Eagle CRJ 700. This one will be heading out to Washington DCA. Now DCA has been a mix of CRJ 700s, 900s, and even the A319 on the later night arrival and early morning departure. So it's been very cool to see mainline on this short route out of Syracuse. It's been really cool to see that, hoping that that continues for a while. The A319 comes in 6 times a week for DCA. Currently sitting here at Gate 8 is this American Airlines Boeing 737-800. This aircraft has arrived in from the Charlotte Douglas International Airport and will be heading right back out to Charlotte. Charlotte has been a mix of 737-800s, A320s, and even the A321 has been making its way into here. Not very frequently, though. It's been pretty infrequent seeing the A321, but it has made its way in here a couple times recently. So I hope this trend of mainline continues for Charlotte. It's been very nice to see Charlotte thriving with their mainline aircraft. So it's a very useful route for Syracuse, definitely has a lot of passengers. Very nice route for this city. The next aircraft here at Gate 9 is this American Eagle ERJ-145. This aircraft has arrived in from Boston Logan International Airport and will be heading right back out to Boston. Boston has still been operated on the 145 ever since American took over from Delta. Not much really to say here. It's Boston on a 145. Not too high in demand. It'd be nice to see this route expand in the future, kind of like what DCA has been doing, but for now it's the 145. Still very cool to see the 145 here nevertheless. Here at Gate 10 is this American Eagle Embraer E175 with enhanced winglets. This aircraft is currently on the turnaround flight to Chicago O'Hare. Chicago O'Hare's been 175s for the most part. This is most likely because there's demand with United Airlines as well. So although it is unfortunate that this is a regional route, it's still nice to see that there's competition between airlines for Chicago. So all that being said, that is pretty much American Airlines operations for Chicago O'Hare out of Syracuse. Currently at Gate 11 is this Allegiant Air Airbus A319 with fence tips in the new livery. This aircraft currently is on the turnaround flight to Orlando Sanford Airport in Florida. Allegiant's operations from Sanford to Syracuse has been mainly the A319, which is kind of unfortunate that it's not the 320, but the A319 I think is still a really good aircraft for this particular destination. Most of Allegiant's other destinations out of Syracuse are on the A320, so it's very cool to be able to have some nice variety here with Allegiant on board the Airbus A319. Next up here at Gate 12 is the Breeze Airways Airbus A220-300. This aircraft arrived in from Charleston and will be heading out to Las Vegas. Now, Breeze has started service here at Syracuse, which has been very, very exciting. Hoping that they add more destinations in the future out of Syracuse. They've had one heck of a time getting started out here. They've had a lot of delays, even a couple cancellations. Their inaugural flight was a complete mess as well, which was very unfortunate because everyone was excited for that. They did have a celebration, however, but that's something that comes, standard with all inaugural flights pretty much. But, they're many, many hours delayed, and I think the inaugural flight got in at 4 a.m., so it was very unfortunate to see that, but very cool to be able to have Breeze at Syracuse now. As we wrap up the A Concourse today, I just figured it would be a cool idea to have a little segment of a bird's eye view. So we have all the American aircraft there on the end with the Southwest, the Allegiant, and the Breeze Airways, so looking very nice here. Kicking off Concourse B for us today is this United Express CRJ 550 here at Gate 26. This aircraft is currently on the turnaround flight to Newark Liberty. This is filling in for a CRJ 700 actually, but Newark has been a mix of 700s and 175s for the most part, so it's very nice to see Newark going even on regional jets. It's very nice to see. Here at Gate 25 is this Delta Connection CRJ 900. This aircraft is on the turnaround flight to Detroit. Detroit has been mostly CRJ 900s along with some 700s, not seeing the CRJ 200 anymore, which has been very nice to see. Here at Gate 24, we have this Delta Airlines Airbus A321. This aircraft is an equipment upgrade. This aircraft has arrived in from Atlanta Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport, filling in for an Airbus A320. Now, what happened is a couple days ago, one of the A320 flights was canceled, so I think what happened is they're just trying to increase capacity as most of those passengers had rebooked for this time of day. That's why they used the A321 to be able to fit most of those passengers and meet that demand. Just now beginning its taxi out for departure, we have another Delta CRJ 900, or a Delta Connection I should say. This aircraft, once again taxiing out for departure, will be making a flight to New York LaGuardia. New York LaGuardia has been very consistently operated on the CRJ 900. It's been the CRJ 900 for a while, and I think it will remain on the CRJ 900 for years to come. Here at Gate 23, we have once again another Delta Connection CRJ 900. This aircraft will be heading out to New York JFK. JFK is pretty much the same thing as LaGuardia for Delta Connection. CRJ 900s multiple times a day. It's been very consistent. It's, again, pretty much the same route, just an airport that's a little bit further of flight time, I guess depending on the approach path you take. But overall, very nice to see JFK here, allowing us to get some more CRJ 900s, which is always a nice thing. Alright, so currently getting into our final two aircraft for today's update. Here at Gate 21 is this United Airlines Boeing 737-900 in the Evo Blue livery. This aircraft has arrived in from Washington IAD and will be heading right back out there. This is typically the late night arrival and early morning departure aircraft. It's been a mix of 739s, A319s, and I've even seen some A320s in here, which has been very interesting. Even Chicago O'Hare has been on mainline a bit recently, getting the 737-700, which has been really cool to see. So, yeah, United's doing pretty well here, at least for the higher demand flights. It's been very, very nice to have some larger aircraft working their way in here, so it's not just all regional jets. Having some more competition here is always a nice thing, and as I was mentioning earlier with American Eagle's aircraft, this is one of the reasons why they're still on regionals for routes like this, and even their late night flights are still on regionals too, so very nice. Just like that, we have made it to our final aircraft for today's update, unfortunately. But right here at Gate 20 is this Frontier Airlines Airbus A320 CO. So just the standard CFM56 engines. This aircraft is Griswold the Bear. This aircraft will be heading down to Orlando today. So very nice to see Frontier going strong with Orlando, Florida. So here's just one final view of Concourse B as we close out today's update. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's update. I tried to put some interesting aircraft and flights in here. I hate to keep subbing out the Atlanta flight for equipment upgrades or downgrades, but that's just kind of what I have to do at the moment as I don't have an A320. Hopefully NG can change that for me though in the near future and I'll be able to acquire an A320. So that will do it for today's Syracuse update. Once again, this was for June 2022. I hope you guys enjoyed. I did choose a new video style this time. I'm still kind of working out the kinks and getting used to it. I don't know if I'll continue it this way, but this is just kind of what was a little bit easier. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments section below. I know it may have been a little rough around the edges, but I'm going to try and get used to it to make these updates more enjoyable. So if you enjoyed it, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.